was stalked when I was about 18. It was a guy on a motorbike. It was very scary because he was on a motorbike, so I couldn't see his face. I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know how old he was. I didn't know if I knew him. It was very scary.
And what did he do?
He would follow me on my horses. He would hide in bushes. I had pictures on my phone. I had to go to the extent to change my routine. I would go to the horses after work. I had to stop that. I had to stop enjoying being with my horses because I was worried about some guy following me on my horses. I didn't know, because he hid in bushes, I didn't know if he was going to scare my horse and pull me off my horse. I didn't know what level it was going to get to.
How long did that last?
It was about 9 months to a year.
And how regularly did you...
Like 5-6 days a week.
Wow.
So that's very intimidating.
Yeah, it was very scary. It was very scary.
And then it happened to you again recently.
And it did. And the last one was at the end of last year after my split. There was a security guard that was relentlessly trying to be my security. He didn't take no for an answer. And I said to him, I didn't need his services. I was fine. If anything changed, I would let him know. And he didn't take no for an answer. He kept writing to the house constantly, kept messaging me on Instagram, was emailing me. He ended up contacting my lawyer, who I told the situation, what was going on. He said to the guy, stop contacting my client. She doesn't need your services. Like, cease and desist. That's that.
OK, so, Jerry, there's a new... Just explain what the new idea is to try and combat.
It's not a criminal offence. It's civil, and it means something, obsessive behaviour, fixed behaviour, the sort of stuff that someone was talking about. Goes straight to the magistrate's court. No lawyer looks at it. CPS don't do it. And if it's probably true, that's it. You get a restraining order. But why it's open to abuse is because lawyers are not involved. Now, is it going to be a deterrent, you'd probably say? And I would say, well, no, it's not, because you have the sexual offenders list. Very, very sensible indeed, because they are a general menace to women, to men, to children, perhaps. Yeah, let's do that.
But do you only get on the sex offenders register if you have a conviction for a sex offence?
Yes.
So in this case, you wouldn't need a conviction to reach the threshold to be put on a list warning other people.
Yeah.
So in Summer's case, would either of those two individuals reach the threshold to be put on this list?
Of course, easy. Yes, absolutely. But there's no list. And that's, what we're debating.
An SPO.
Yes, an SPO. But in other words, it's a restraining order.
Yes,
but
right.
But it's not. It's a restraining order. Mustn't contact you, directly or indirectly.
That should be a deterrent for that stalker.
Exactly right, but it's not the same as a sexual offender.
Do we take this serious enough, though, Jerry? I don't think we do. Well, and I really think it's time to get very serious about this.
100%.
I think most women that I speak to, and particularly in the world that we occupy, which is you're on television, you're beaming into people.
I've been stalked.
Right. I mean, we've all had it.
You would understand it.
Of course I understand it.
Jerry, what was your experience?
I'm not going to say, because it will start it up all over again, but it was really quite serious, and the guy was in prison and wanted to kill me. I wrote to the Home Office, and the minister said, oh, don't worry, he's just been released. But anyway, that's a very, very long time ago.
You were clearly very intimidated.
Of course I was. But the law is there already. There's anti-harassment legislation. Now, the number of cases like this have gone up from about 2,000 a year to over 10,000 a year. The trouble is, we've closed, or the government's closed, half of all the magistrates' courts.
If we can help one person at least sort this problem out.
But how's it going to be a deterrent? This was against you, not against the public generally.
If you put someone on an SPO, which is like a restraining order, then that will be a deterrent for that stalker.
But that's what's going to happen.
I won't do that again.
So we're discussing two separate things here, aren't we? The stalking protection orders have come in. You welcome them.
Yeah, I welcome them too.
You don't think they go far enough?
Oh, I think they do go far enough. You've got legislation already. If you want to really deal with this problem, you prosecute them. But the number of prosecutions gone right down. Why? Because the government has cut the money. You've got 24% of the courts, Crown courts, who are not sitting. Judges are sent home. The legal system, the criminal justice system, is a disgrace in this country. That's the real problem. You need the resources to prosecute these people.
The argument here at the heart of this is whether there is a register of people who are not convicted, and you're suggesting that would not be fair, whereas that would have...
I mean, how many of your female friends have had similar kind of stuff go on?
I have spoken to not necessarily just friends, but people that I have spoken to that have had the same sort of thing. I had a friend that was at school and she was being followed and we were like 14, but at 14 you don't really understand quite the significance and the severity of where it can lead. You know, like for me, I didn't know if he was going to hide in the hedge and pull me off my horse. I didn't know how far it does.
And, we recently had the 20th anniversary of the appalling death of Jill Dando, the TV presenter, which they believe was probably some kind of obsessive person, you know, this is serious. You know, I think the people have to be properly protected.
Yes. I agree. But a register is not going to help because no one has to look at the sexual offences register. You can't look at it. I can't look at it.
If you wanted to do a check on someone, if I started dating somebody, if I employed someone, I could do it like a CRB check. I could see if
you've got one of these stalking, if you've got the stalking order against you, it goes on your record, not as a conviction. So if you think, this guy, I've got his registration on them and his number plate, right? They can say, wow, they've got a restraining order.
Okay.